Everyday mystics get up early and they're tired too on a Monday, just like everybody else. Quick one on something that followed on yesterday on detachment. And that was the why of detachment, as somebody asked. The why of detachment is letting go of need and want. And why do we let go of need and want? Well, if we spend less of our energy exploring outside ourselves, we get to spend more of our energy inside ourselves, working out who we are, what kind of person we want to be, life's purpose for us as we see it, and the Tao we want to embrace. That's the Chinese expression for the way of being. So your Tao, your way, not anybody else's, just yours. It can be based on whatever you want to base it on. Taoism, Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, atheism, don't care. It's yours. You can learn lessons from every guru, every mystic, every teacher, but at the end of the day, it's your way of being, it's your path, your set of rules that you live by, informed by others, but ultimately yours. This is the reason for the detachment, for the looking inside of yourself. The thing about looking inside yourself is that you come to understand yourself, you come to know yourself as well as you can by asking, who am I, on a regular basis? And in discovering who you are and understanding yourself, you begin to have more compassion, more empathy for those outside you, because you start to see yourself in them. You start to see maybe flaws that you have or have worked on and overcome in those people. And so you have less judgment and less judgment until you have no judgment. And then you come to understand them in understanding yourself. And in understanding them, you understand more about yourself. That old Taoist expression from the Chinese sage Lao Tzu, where to know yourself is one thing, to know your enemy is another. And to know yourself and your enemy meant that you would never lose a battle. Most people think that if you know your enemy and yourself, you'll win. If you know your enemy and yourself, you won't fight, because you'll come to realize your enemy is yourself. There is no enemy. There's just someone you don't understand. When you understand your enemy, you can have nothing but compassion. You can have nothing but empathy. So you start to see life from their perspective. Otherwise, how would you understand them? If you see life from their perspective, how do you fight them? Well, you don't. You try to find a way to live in harmony with them. That's a big one. It's a lifelong ask. It's not a short-term fix. Now, obviously, if somebody's intent on punching me in the head, I can understand that they're an angry person. I can understand that they have some perceived grievance. It may not be anything to do with me. I may simply be wrong place, wrong time, or my big mouth may have gotten in the way and they've taken offense to something I've said. And in that situation, I need to say sorry, ask for forgiveness. In the other situation where they're angry, I have to remove myself from the situation before it starts. This is a message for the martial artist. Fighting is your last resort, not your first. And anyway, what's a martial artist? A martial artist is basically a human being who wears pajamas to get hit. My postman is a martial artist. Guy carries nunchucks. Martial artist. He's a postman. He's a husband. He's a comedian. So, what's a martial artist? Martial artist is just somebody who understands not to fight. That's part of knowing yourself. And that's why I did it for the last 34 years and will continue to do it, because it helps me know myself. That's getting a little away from the point. The point is, in that situation where somebody's going to punch me in the head, I remove myself, I understand them. If I can't remove myself, I still understand them. I'll try to diffuse. If I can't diffuse, I will defend. Then I will remove myself. I'm not there to do anything more than that. I'm not there to do anything more than get home safely. So detachment allows me to understand my enemy, understand myself, and then realize I don't have any enemies. We are all one. If we're all one, how can I have an enemy? It'd be like punching myself in the face. What would the point be? There is no point. No point to violence, no point to aggression, no point to judgment, no point to condemnation. You have to look and understand people from their level of awareness. That means you have to develop yours to a point where your level of awareness can encompass everybody else's. And that, my friends, is a lifelong endeavor. And that's why we're here. To endeavor for life.